Hey guys. I'll just see if it's live and I'll try to reset it up. 1 second. God, I'm annoyed. I'm just going to set this up quickly, guys. It might be bad quality. It's on my phone. So I'll have to just do it through the phone. There's no real choice. Get shareable link, edit. Get rid of that. I'm almost ready, guys. Don't worry. I can't believe it. They heard me? Yeah. Yeah, they certainly did. Okay, I'll just share this in the Discord community. Guys, !Discord if you want to get into the Discord community. I'll say add everyone back on the mobile. Phone is better than the NBN, yeah, but I've only got about 300 gig on it, so it's not that much. Okay, we're back. What's up, guys? Share it round. Go into the other stream, post it in there, get them back in here. Like the video, guys. We are behind by a lot now. The evil YouTube algorithm will not push us heavy. We get destroyed when this happens. So we're about 17, I don't even know, some amount of minutes, 17 minutes away from this CPI number. We were talking about the SP 500. We'll just get started straight away. !Discord. Yes, that should put us back through to get into there. There we go. Tom needs better internet, more super chat. It's not going to help me. That's the problem. I got the best I can get. So Lucian Marin asked a question about NVAX. I'll answer that when you're in here, Lucian. Hopefully you get in here soon. Echo Aurora also has a super chat. I haven't forgotten you guys. I'll do it in a few moments. So 41.20, 41.20, 41.20. That's our zone of support. We'll be watching the market into this. Interestingly, there's been 2 rejections. 2. Not 1, 2. And both those rejections have come straight off this area. Very important that it holds the 41.20. You can see the power of it even in the futures, let alone the real market. Let's go over to the US 100 quickly. We have a rejection that came through yesterday. Now, we actually did a really cool bit of analysis, and I liked it a lot. It was the most simple, basic concept ever. We used Notepad, okay? We used the technology of the Notepad, and we drew some supports. So we didn't really have a great support for Tesla. Of course, Tesla tried to hold up there, but we had Facebook support, Apple neutral, Google support, Microsoft support, Amazon support, and then we made the decision together as a community that we were on some level of support. There was enough big Nasdaq stocks sitting on the pre-market right where it was that it was probably going to buy. Today, how do we feel about it? Okay, so let's go to the QQQ. Let's load up the Invesco Trust here quickly. This is actually showing us exactly the levels we expect. So we said yesterday, 325. 325 was reached. It was breached slightly, and then it started selling off. We're at the 323.98 right now. What I'm looking for is for the bull case, it's pretty clear. Get above the 326, which in the Nasdaq will be about 13.4. If the bull case happens and we get above 13.4, I do expect some buying to happen here in the markets, and it comes down to this CPI number, I think, even though it's just whatever. I still don't think it matters that much, but it will be the number that pushes it through, and then we start to move to the 336. Amazon recovery was amazing yesterday. Thoughts? Amazon's a cool company. Well, it's not a cool company. It's actually terrible, but it is a very good long stock at this point. Why did Amazon go up so much? Because Amazon is moving with the fact that it has calls on it. Remember, The big brokers, they come in and they say, hey, Clive, I've got this stock. We just upgraded. We upgraded Amazon, guys. 4,800, 5,000 a share. Clive, you got to buy it now. Look, we upgraded it today. Does that mean anything? Not really. However, because of that upgrade, it allows them to sell the story to the client to then buy it. And then that, of course, drives price up. See, a lot of people still don't follow those types of things, but that's super key. Like all the brokers, the easiest way to ever get a client into something is to show them a piece of paper with their economist dude saying, it's good, buy, it's good. Upgrade is happening. Upgrade is happening. Is the quality all right, guys? We're using the power of the phone, the Apple phone, to hopefully, that's what we've got connected in right now. It's probably going all right. Your internet provider was trolling you for bagging them. I didn't say who it was. I just said it was the NBN. But I will bag them now. Let's just say they're going on the market soon. It's getting worse, guys. It's getting worse. So QQQ, I'm looking for it to break through this zone today. I'm actually thinking we have to go back to the US 100 because when we go back here, you're going to see the peaks and the troughs. So we've got trough, we've got peak, we've got higher trough. Imagine if we get higher peak, 13.4 closure above, boom, off we go. Thank you very much to the 579 viewers as well that are joining us. Guys, smash that like. Got Bradley back here, says US $2. Feed your hamster and smash the like. I'm a hamster, Bradley. We have drop bears in Australia, but I'm not sure about that. Thank you very much for the donation and the like. Now, I assume we've got everyone back in here. So we've got Lucian asking for a friend, SEC50, asking about NVAX. Let's have a look at NVAX. Novavax. Now, unfortunately, his friend has made a mistake, potentially, and bought at 185. And it is right here. And I think there is some mistakes being made, and he's wondering whether there's any hope. 185. Interesting level. Guess you just saw that and you went, I love it. Ooh, biotechnology, not the flavor of the month, but I was talking about the biotechnology sector. Now, usually, guys, you got to put the falling knives in the chat because this thing is, it's knife worthy. It's knife worthy. The good news for you is I do think we're starting to get to an underappreciated sector, biotechnology. No one has spoken about it now for quite some time. No one is talking about the healthcare. You know, I love the healthcare. And this particular one, look at it. Right round the area that it was hitting through those Jan periods. Now, I do think this went a little bit too crazy. I mean, that's just obscene. So what the hell happened here? I mean, obviously it got some approval. That's obscene. So do I think you're on support? Yes. Do I think you're out of the woods? No. But I would hope this finds some market pressure. Now, it's 134 in the pre. So what are we going to do? Got to catch them all? That's right. Got to catch them all. There's your kind of bad case scenario. Probably down to the 110, 134. It's still just in the middle of where it was yesterday. I'd be loading into the smaller time frames, going to the 2 hour and hoping that this is just a pullback here. Hits like that 134-ish, pulls back up, makes a new high here, and then you're going to have to contend with the 160. And then, of course, once you get through 160, you can be much more happier that it's going back to 185. It's not all over, but it certainly is a massive knife catch. And that probably like cut through the middle. It's kind of like my scar here, yeah? It's like the scar. You probably can't see the scar, but I've got a massive scar here where a big piece of glass went into me. That's the knife right now. Big bit of glass right into your hand. Unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. And I wouldn't get into this stock right now, but I do think it's around the support. Good luck, Lucian. Hopefully your friend goes okay. Let me scroll down here as well. We've got Eka Aurora, Singapore, $5. 2 questions. Could you take a look at natural gas? And also TA have given us any hints that the Taiwan market meltdown today. Oh, I didn't even look at that. What's the market index for the Taiwan market? It's not one that I look at. Are you talking about what the hell is going on here? 1 million people subscribing. It's not me. It's the the bot would have gone nuts because I DC'd. So sorry guys, it'll end soon, but it's not me spamming, it's the Streamlabs. Yeah, it'll stop after a while. It'll do like 20 of them. Nothing's going right today. It's one of those days. Nothing's going right. Streamlabs is playing catch up. Yeah, Streamlabs is nuts. Sometimes it has like these schizophrenic attacks. I actually don't recommend it. I don't think it's good software, and I pay for the premium, and I still don't think it's a very good software. So your question was about natural gas. We'll do natural gas first. I don't know the Taiwan index, so you'll have to just give me what code that is. Oh, that looks good. Damn, that looks good. That looks really, dude, that looks really good. I'm gonna have to write this down. I like this natural gas. 299 right at the 3. It's been hovering there for quite some time. I know you've been following this one, Eka. And considering we're getting so many commodities, this is the only commodity that hasn't been moving. Look at this. Horrible. The worst. It always has been the worst. But that thing is getting ready for slingshotting potential. Let's go back down to the weekly here. Just think about that 3 for a second. Strong, bullish rejection as well happening this week. Long leg evil doji. Long leg doji, so decision could be made. I really like your chart there, and I think you're doing the right thing. You've found a period of consolidation. You've found a level where it's struggling to get through on the 8 hour. You know that if it closes above this zone, it should be slingshotting way higher. Now, the question is, where does it go to? The problem with natural gas is it's known to do these kind of like giant spurts and then not continue on with the action. You'll see back here in 2018, it went all the way to 490, which was a huge move. Now, you could go to some stocks that are big in natural gas and then actually like target them. So in Australia, we've got a few of those for sure. So about that 470 kind of zone could be very interesting. $4 and $3.40. They're all your key levels. So $3.40 for sure is a key zone. But if it gets through $3.40, I think 4. And if it gets through 4, yeah, you're looking at a pretty serious play here to $4.70. So there's some good appreciation, series of higher lows. I like this one quite a lot. It's good. Eka, I don't have the other. Please just send me it in... please just send me it in Discord, and I'll look at it now. I've got the Discord open. Remember, guys, !Discord if you're not in the community already. You've got 946 viewers here. Thanks for getting me back up. I know that drop sucked. Looks like the quality's pretty good from what I can see. Pradeep C19 Singapore $5. Thank you very much for the keep it up sticker with the weights. I got to get back in the weight room. I'm certainly not fit anymore. In bad shape, guys. And you don't want to be in bad shape as a trader. Being bad shape is bad. I have a natural gas leak, says Dispor. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, Tesla over 650 end of week, says 333 Nicob. Is Harry around? I haven't seen him recently. Thomas Donegan's in here as well. Welcome, Thomas. Good to have you here again with your burger donations. I do love them. US 30 IWM. Where are we going to keep going? I've completely lost track. So I think this natural gas is sweet. I think that most commodities are looking really strong. But have you guys seen the price of lumber? My God, look at this. What the hell? Do not build a house right now. Of course, that is not advice. But why would... Look at the lumber cost. I was watching someone's video yesterday on YouTube, and they were talking about making a deck. And supposedly the deck cost... something like 4 times more than it should have because of this lumber cost being so obscene. Imagine building a house into this and not having your order already in. That would drive me insane, paying that much. That would drive me crazy for sure. I can't believe that's how fast lumber has gotten and how high it is. Where's my coffee? What's coffee doing right now? 150. Yeah, very nice. I don't really like trading these softs. You guys know that I've been burnt on soft commodities quite a few times, but it's interesting just to see those. Let's have a quick look at this heat map actually, because it seems like everything's kind of moving. This is a good way for us just to instantly check the market. We've got the VIX 22. We've got the DAX 15,167 up. We've got, of course, Nasdaq down, and same with the S&P and Russell. And then we've got crude shooting through. So we'll have a look at oil soon, because oil is looking for a breakout. See that chart? See those wick rejections? We knew oil was going to be strong today. It just looked too good. But mark my words, that lumber chart has me terrified of some of these commodities. I think we are in a commodity super cycle, and there will be a bust. Now, I was asked the question, can I answer about whether when we're going to find a bust in the super cycles? I cannot answer that today for you, unfortunately. I'll have to do it tomorrow. I know you're a member of our private community, but I'll have to do it tomorrow because I crashed and it sucked, and I just don't have everything else ready. So tomorrow, join us. Make sure you join us tomorrow, guys, because we're going to get laser focused on materials. We're going to bring iron ore charts in. We're going to bring shipping charts in. We're going to bring everything in, and we're going to try to figure out where our favorite sector right now, materials sector, is going next. And of course, whether we like biotech or not in the future. We'll quickly scroll through here. So of course, core CPI comes out in 3 minutes. Core CPI comes out in 3 minutes. We'll be covering that. Let's have a quick look around to the broader market. Have a look what's going on here. So we've got the greens. We've got Diego, Toyota, Alibaba is coming good for 1 day. And then not much other greenies. And then on the red side, we've got Twilio. We've got semiconductors down again. Nvidia's down again. Zoom, one of the most hated stocks in the market right now, 298. I almost want to load a Zoom chart up. And also, I noticed Coin is doing quite well. I still think Coin has a sick earnings report. Sick. Can you imagine how much money they're making out of the Doge? Out of all these people just transacting Doges in and out? Guys, it's like a sleeper hit. I mean, I don't like the stock at all. But what do you think about this first earnings? Is it going to completely knock the stuffing out of the earnings report? I feel like it could. Sundial somehow is up here, 5.81%. Is this some Reddit thing that I'm not sure about? Palantir, what a recovery. Yesterday, I thought for sure this thing's going to $15. Palantir was like 16 in the low 16s. And then the report came out and it went from $16 to $20. And now it's sitting at $20.81. That is a miraculous recovery, but it's right at resistance, because support was, of course, 21, 21, 21, 21, and we're going to open right at the terrible zone. We'll take a look at that soon. On the downside, we've got Zemedia of these speculations, and then the rest, and there's just nothing really super exciting there. Super exciting, but that Palantir was crazy. Tesla is a good buy at $27, says Dale Bros. That's a pretty bad price if it got there. Earnings for SNDL, says Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, of course, it was earnings there. Dwayne Boyd, $2. ICP Crypto and WLL Gas asking for my wallet. So therefore, of course, education concepts here is what you're looking for, Dwayne. We'll have a look for you right now. So ICP. Okay, it's a crypto. So thank you very much for letting me know that. Binance. Whoa. Oh, this thing. Yeah. All right, let's go over to CoinMarketCap for a second. Look at this. Look at this one. I'm really down on some of these IOU tokens. Imagine if you were buying this, guys. And there wasn't much volume up there, but I was looking at it with a friend yesterday, and we're looking at this Casper, and it was $39 before it was allowed to be traded. And people were buying it as IOU tokens. You know what the market capitalization size was? It's like $300 or $400 billion because of what that other one did. It's crazy. And now it's all the way back down to 125. It was nuts. So let's have a look. ICP, this is the internet computer. Someone in the private community got this 3 years ago, I believe. Now, is this any good? I don't really get its valuation. I know it was a long time in the making. So basically it started as, if I remember rightly, something like 3 years ago in terms of its initial coin offering. And then it's kind of just been stuck there and it's just come in. It's worth $42 billion right now with a fully diluted cap at 160. I know it's meant to be like, 3.0 or something. Oh, crap. The market came out. 1 second. We'll move over. I'm not a big fan. I would stay away is my thought process there. We'll go to natural gas. So here comes the CPI. I missed it by probably 30 seconds. Let's load it up. Let's have a look what the number is. Okay, 0.8 and 0.9%. See how the market's interpreting that. Sorry, guys. So US 500 didn't like it, probably because it instantly says, hey, we want more stim, and we're not getting the stim. So this should shoot dollar index way up. There's the dollar index moving through. Huge amounts of dollar index buying would have just gone straight in. Now, will it be sustained is the question. So we had this inkling that the dollar index was going long today based on this 1 hour chart. Basically, we had this triple resistance broken through. It pulled down, had 3 rejections, 1 close above. I didn't even get round to talking about it, but yeah, this thing is absolutely running like huge. We actually have to bring a 4-screener on because they're all running so massive right now. US 500 just got through 41.20. It has to sustain a close. I repeat, a close. Just getting underneath it doesn't mean much off a first bit of news. We've got US 100 as well. You can see the domination that happened there, and we'll get the 10-year up. So 10-year just spiked as well, 1.64. So that number kind of makes you think that there could be a rate rise. That's the kind of concept that the market does. Remember, this is a news event that just came out. So the market will now interpret that. It will create a shock reaction, and then it will stabilize after that shock reaction. The algos are everywhere in this market right now. So I always wait for closures. I never, ever, ever take anything other than that. But check out this dollar index. That was one that I did answer in the webinars if you came to that in the public community in Discord. But this I was looking at very closely. This closed 1 hour above. Huge amounts of rejection wicks. You know I love that. I think actually that almost was the trade before it even happened. Tom, inflation data coming out today. Yeah. So CPI just came out. I think the US 100 will reprice back up here a little bit after that initial shock. Again, 41.20. The market will most likely open right around that number. So this news has come out. Look at that CPI number again, 0.9%. Expectation here for core CPI was only 0.3. So that's a massive overshoot. Definitely interesting stuff. How the market ends up interpreting it, we just can't tell. And the reason why is because you've got this bad news is good news because we get more stim for longer. Good news is bad news. That's where we're at. Inflation report, Lucian Marin says, exclamation mark. Verified news says, told ya. I assume you're short there, Dave. So, yeah, I mean, if the US 500 stays down here at under 41.20, closes a daily, you know what my feeling is. My feeling is quite short. The fact that this much dollar just came into dollar index means that people are starting to hedge off positions, at least initially, or the algos are. We'll have to see whether that sustains. Let's just quickly have a look at the pre-market now because that was a big change around. Let's have a look what the pre-market's doing. This news usually will not affect the market, by the way, guys. So don't think every CPI is important. It's only important because number one, it's totally different from what the expectation was. And number two, because that non-farms result. That made all this news. Suddenly our plus ones, minus ones, and zeros are all looking very, very different. So we've got CrowdStrike now down heavily. Tesla's down, unfortunately, back down to the 600. So 603 there. Square down 2%. PayPal. It's not horrible, but certainly is a little bit brutalized. And that's after the US 100's made a semi-recovery here. Someone says crypto surge incoming. Yeah, well, look, I think pretty clearly that there's only one more run in crypto for BTC. I feel like the next run's going to be the euphoric run. There's way too much dodgy stuff going on in crypto again. Those IOUs, okay? So remember, what was the end of crypto in 1718? It was BitConnect. Anyone remember BitConnect? Wassa. I love that video so much, dude. So you had the BitConnect thing, which was obviously a bit of a Ponzi scam. You had a whole bunch of sharing, kind of these staking concepts back then, with all these like buying a computer and building out all this networks, and half of it didn't even exist. And then all of that type of stuff broke confidence. This time around, we've got Doge, we've got Shibu. Whether you like being in those coins, to me, and those IOU tokens, specifically Casper, and even what's happening here on ICP, it's very, very unusual. I'm super, very concerned for the crypto market. And I'm actually a big fan next time round, but I'm so concerned for it. I think we get another big run in BTC. And the reason is going to be Ethereum's price to BTC. Let's just quickly go back through here. I know that all this stock market stuff's happening and we'll look at it very shortly, but I want to click on this because I want to show you just the market caps. We have a $500 billion Ethereum now. We have a $1.05 trillion Bitcoin. So the ratios have gotten so much better for Ethereum to BTC. Now, we obviously said that we thought that Ethereum could go to around a 46 to 4,700 to get to that fair point ratio, but BTC will need that one last run on it. It's never crashed before without having a euphoric run on it and then crash through. I cannot see another 2 cycles here. That Shibu stuff, this ICP thing, this IOU coins. I mean, what is this thing? What is this thing, guys? It's got a cute picture. You explain to me how that's normal. You explain to me how that's normal. It's totally not. So pre-market here, we are seeing all of course, the major indices down due to that core CPI report. 4120 still holding for the US 500. I expect that to be exactly where we open. It's going to be a very interesting pre-market. We are now less than an hour away. Hit the like, guys. We need to get back up there after we dropped before. So WLL for Dwayne Boyd as well was a question. So we'll just quickly load this one up. Withing Petroleum, supposedly it's a gas company. Very nice little breakout here, man. It completed. So let's have a look now on the weekly. Okay, so this is fairly new petroleum gas company, whatever. Yeah, look, I really like this resistance. The support's coming down. Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay, I think it's not bad. So if we get back down to here, that would be cool. And then you could see a pull up. And that's a very strong support line for WLL. I'll just leave it at that. Very, very strong. Georgiev, super chatted BGN $5. Hey, Tom, can you take a look at CRISPR? Oh, sorry, CRSR. Do you think it's a sleeper? I thought it was CRISPR. Do you think it's a sleeper and will break out soon? Would appreciate your opinion on Dash as well. So Dash is a crypto. So CRSR, Corsair Gaming. I've stopped buying Corsair. I've got a Corsair keyboard here, which I can't put the camera on right now, but I will at some point. So we've got the Corsair keyboard. I had a Corsair mouse. I broke it. And it's been sitting here for ages. So I guess you would want to compare it with Logitech. You would want to compare it to other things. So you would want to compare it to all those other things. Here's where it is at. If you're going to look for it to be a sleeper, you need it to break through 36. And once it gets through 36, it'll have interest in it. I know retail community likes buying this stock, but it must get through 36, 36, 36. I want to see a closure on the weekly. I don't want to see anything less than that. Ideally, maybe a daily as well will be okay. Yeah, daily's fine. So daily close above 36, then you know you're back in that long trend. And you can then take the distance here, which is effectively a channel, extrapolate that out and extract some very good value from it. So that's my thoughts on Corsair. Dash, I assume you're talking about the crypto. Look, it had a massive run on it back in 17. All these old coins seem to be coming back. EOS was one that started running there. This is a privacy coin. If you remember trading it years ago, I think it went to like $1,300 or something. Look, crypto, these privacy coins are super out. I'm not sure whether they're gaining more popularity like Monero and stuff. It's okay, but there's probably other coins. It's obviously in an uptrend. But that's really all I've got there. Q becoming a member for 2 months. Thank you so much, Q. Appreciate it. Congratulations again as well for winning that comp the other day. That was cool, man. Eka Aurora super chatted Singapore $2. TWSE Taiwan market ticker all melted. Okay, TWSE. guess it's just the TW50. Oh yeah, it got belted, didn't it? Let's have a look at the daily. Melted, then recovered through. Oh, I'm not sure. Actually, what's happening with copper? Okay. I'm not sure why that melted there, Eka. I can't explain other than the rest of the markets were getting hit up. But TWSE, the way I see that one, as soon as I... TWSE, there we go. The way I see this chart here is it made the swing. So basically you had your peak, your trough, your lower peak, and then on the 4 hour you had your lower trough confirmed there. That led to, I would expect selling, but I would have expected selling just down to here, or maybe at worst case here. And of course it flash crashed. I don't know why it flash crashed, but there are some markets that maybe would be. This could also be some concerns over maybe some frictions politically, geopolitically. I really don't know. But yeah, when that makes perfect sense, once that closes, we get shorting. Peak, trough, lower peak, lower trough, etc., etc. Breaking news, US inflation surges to 30-year high of 4.2%, says Lucian. Exactly. Yeah, so we saw that in that core market index. We can see here that the US 500 still is holding up though. 41.20, guys. We're going to be laser focused in here. We're going to be making a video about this tomorrow because depending on where this thing closes will really give us a good idea of whether there's way more pain to come in the markets. In fact, the next pain stop is about 39.50 for the US 500, which will probably mean that the US 100 will go on down somewhere to around... I don't know why we've got bid ask here. Let's just get rid of that. Pointless bid ask. There we go. That'll make it a bit better. Yeah, so it'll bring us probably somewhere around like 12.7 kind of level for the Nasdaq. So there's some serious risks here if we get through this zone. I think that's where the bears really regain control of this market. Truly Messiah says financial stocks to the moon. Yeah, maybe. Someone says my gold, my silver. Yeah, look, gold's looking good on the daily. It needs to break above. I've just got it trapped. So for gold, the way I'm looking at it is you've got your resistance across the board here at 1842. Then you've got your support underneath, which is sitting around 1820. So you've got your support around here and you've got your resistance. I'm just really looking at the resistance side. And as soon as we get through here, I don't care about 1850 anymore. It's going to blast that. I'm actually looking at an 1880 figure. So once gold gets through here on a new peak, I'm actually looking at around 1880 from a technical level. And then we can keep moving up and through. I just think it's that kind of zone that makes sense to us as a community. We've got the big brains out. Why does that 1880 level, or probably 1875, make sense? Resistance. This is way too much to ignore. So I refrain 1880. I put in 1875. So only $5, guys. Calm down. It's all good. That level there, once we break through here, makes a lot of sense. Now, is it going to go up there in a day? No. Gold traditionally does its little spiky movements each way, but this is the consolidation that we expect to reset all the indicators. Because what is this? It's a coiling of the market, consolidating everything, and then we can move up and through. A couple of other donations coming in here. Andrew Palmer, $2.99. Great content. Could you check out UTK Trust? Surely will. In just a few secs, man. Surely will. US oil, wanted to move over here. Beautiful movement here from oil. Looking great. I like this a lot. Look at this 8 hour. Has all of the hallmarks of what I like in a market. Rejection, all showing bullish accumulation at this level. And then, of course, the follow through that's occurring now. And I think for day traders, you need to pay a lot of attention to that. That many rejections followed by a closure above and then a pullback. This is kind of like a day trader trade. That's what it is. That's what you got to do. This confirms, this gives you the cheaper price and then the movement through. Very, very good. Andrew Palmer wanted this UTK U-Trust. Okay, this is a coin. 4 hour. It's on support. Do I like it? Not really. 80 cents will be huge. Once you get through there on a close, my God. 80 cents will spike this thing quite a lot higher. I don't even think it'll stop here. I feel like it'll just go ballistic. Look, you've got your body close support around 66. You're in the middle of nowhere right now. You've got no clear direction either way. That's kind of how I see this chart initially. Let's go to the weekly. So the weekly's got a lot of rejections on it, but you are around support. So 66 is kind of your bottom end here that you expected to buy off there, Andrew. That's the way I would look at that one. Don't know much about the coin myself, though. Cameron Chevalier, super chatted $2. Which is the better setup between CLF and NUE? Oh, that's cool. That's a cool question, man. Thank you for the donation. So CLF is Cleveland Cliffs. Already broken through. This is a steel company. I like steel. NUE. I wouldn't say that's much of a setup, man. That's more of just a glorious run to $100. I mean, when it was down here, sure. I mean, this looked good. We've done this one a few times. Look, my biggest problem with steel right now is exactly what you're seeing on this chart. The rally has been significant. A January rally here, 100% on this stock. And it's not like it's that small. It's $30 billion, guys. So the steel manufacturers are running hard and they're known to go into these kind of runs. What am I going to use as an example here? I guess we'll use BlueScope. So BlueScope's an Australian steel manufacturer. Let's have a quick look over here. So they are known to have super cycle runs. So you can see here the super cycle run. But just remember the pain train on the other side, okay? So that's why tomorrow's special extravaganza on this channel, remember to subscribe, give us a like as well if you want to see an extravaganza, will be so good. Because if there's one thing Australians know, it's brown dirt that's turned into magical products. We have a lot of brown dirt and a lot of magical products. Market's recovering right now, by the way, after that initial shock. That's why you don't trade the initial shock ever. If you're in it, cool. But if you're not, let's wait for the market to make a decision. The pre-market is fake news. So we're trying to figure out whether it's fake news that we can take advantage of or it's fake news that we want to ignore. So just remember, whenever you look at steel manufacturers, this one's going well again here. And it had splits, and I understand that. It wasn't actually $50. It was just, it's about 20, I think, back then. And yeah, it goes into these super cycles, and when things bust, admittedly that's the GFC, but they always bust and they go bad. See, even here, no GFC. Look at the bust. Look how long you stay in very bad earnings. So which one did I prefer out of those? Well, of course, NUE is much better from a where it's moved to so far. But if you're trying to find value, this one at least is just trying to break out above. So I guess I'd go with this one is the better setup. There's more room to grow from the perspective of where it's come from. But yeah, it's not like neither of them are that great. Unfortunately, they're Cameron. This would be my choice. Mercia Dragan. Probably not how you pronounce your name. Ron, $10. I am grateful for what I am learning from T. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Mercia. Appreciate that. Let's read through some of these chat things. Truly Messiah says, Tom, don't cry over ore. I'm not crying, man. Not anymore. Yesterday was a great day. Sarah Jane says, it's really valuable brown dirt. Yes, luckily we were convicts and we stole it, and somehow now we have it. So we're pretty lucky with that. Mr. Big says, yes, fake news. We won't know the truth until CNN creates it. All right, man, Mr. Big. It's all good, man. Would you close out QQQ puts near open, says Luke. I'm not going to tell you what to do, Luke. You know that. But you've got your levels. We talked about them at the start. We did our technical zones, and it all comes down to if QQQ is going to go long, it's right here. 13,400 close. Until it gets above 13,400 close, it's bearish right now. It's bearish. This one is bearish. Bearish, 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 bearish until it gets above 13,400 close. Texas and pipelines, deja vu for tech. SE, please, Tom. Oh, King Doge. I like your name. King Doge. Spelt differently. King Doggy, it actually is. Yeah, SE is a cool stock. SE Limited. Is it down today? No. I love this stock so much. But it's so unfairly priced. Can't we just get better price for this? So SE, guys, it's a triple trifecta square combo meal deal. This one here is so good. So it's a king in Southeast Asia. It's called Shopee is its main kind of business, and Garena, which is like, it's like esports stuff. I don't care about the esports stuff, whatever. I know that was originally where they came from. I care about their penetration into the ability to actually get these shopping style things like Amazon style in Southeast Asia. They understand these markets. So I want to go a little bit deep dive here on SE for a second, okay? Because SE has some cool things. Number one, they dominate Southeast Asia right now, and they're trying to become like obviously the Amazon over there. Now their growth in this sector is very, very strong. Shopee's direction is strong, and I'm going to explain to you why that's important, because they're in actually South America right now, and they've done very well. And there's going to be an earnings report that's coming out on the 17th, and we're going to have to do this together as a community because they're in Mexico, guys. And I wonder how well Mexican community out there. Have we got any Mexican community, guys? Are you using Shopee? Tell us. Actually, let's use this. Tell us right now. So these guys have made a very successful mobile game. It's like the most popular in the world, even though I've never heard of it in my life. But that doesn't mean much. I don't play mobile games. And they've got the Shopee thing, which is great. And they've also got a Square-like payment system that is only currently doing $60 million. Okay, so it's very small. It's fledgling still. Now, everything they've done is like stardust. I don't know what it is. Everything they're doing right now is working out for them massively. They entered Brazil. They are dominating in Brazil. Dominating. Now, if they dominate in Mexico like they're dominating in Brazil and they dominate the rest of South America, oh my goodness. I would very much appreciate if someone has... No, Shopee hasn't made a profit. Of course. When did Amazon make a profit, guys? It cannot make a profit until it gets its network out. So once you've got a network out, what then happens is you create your own FedEx effectively, or your UPS. You scale that and then you can be profitable. So Shopee is totally not profitable. Like loses 1.6 billion on the Shopee side. Garena barely makes some money, and the Square money or SE money doesn't make anything. It looks like $500 million. But all these companies are losing tons of cash. This thing, the problem with it is it's worth $120 billion. So we scroll down here. Wait, I thought it was worth 120 billion. Oh, well, it's worth 81 billion right now, according to this. I'm not sure if that's correct. I might check that out. But yes, it's not worth much. Now, V. Aguilera says, never heard of Shopee. It's not in Western countries. It's all through like Thailand, Vietnam, Singapore. It came from Singapore, Philippines. Believe me, look, there's one. PK Subban says, we use Shopee in Thailand. Yeah. So what I'm doing here is trying to figure out, do you own SE? I don't. I have friends that own this. Big units too, big units. And they've been spamming me around it for a long time. I don't personally have this one. I like it. I've done a lot of research into, well, a bit of research into it, not a lot. But it's, yeah, the valuation just seems obscene to me. And that's my big problem. The Mexico thing has to work out for them. Very, very hard. So again, thank you, 1,406 viewers. What do we think of the Shopee here? Basically, also the Shopee, the SE here. I think that it's kind of going to trade with the rest of the market. If the Nasdaq kind of bulls through, then it's going to happen. One thing that's interesting about this chart, though, you can tell that from a tech stock perspective, the market's much hotter on this than they are on something like Square right now or something like PayPal, because every other tech stock is down on its support. AMD, etc., etc., etc. This one isn't even down on support yet. So it's either got more to fall or there is a lot of bullish pressure support coming through for SE in anticipation of this earnings report. And I think a lot of that's going to be, I'm going to have to jump into the Google searches and go to the Mexico side and try to figure out whether people in Mexico are using this. Yeah. So there's not much you can go here. For your information, Shopee got Cristiano Ronaldo to do the ad for them, lol. Well, it's a good idea. Shopee is smart. They're really good at understanding. You know what they're good at? Amazon just goes in and Bezos just goes, well, he used to go, I'm big brain. You don't know what you want. I'm going to tell you what you want. And it worked in some countries. But each country's got a little bit different way of doing things. I mean, if you go to a Chinese website and you're reading that website and you're looking at it, you'll think it's horrible. You'll think this is the ugly, it's just spam. It looks like spam to Westerners, but it's exactly what the country likes. Korea is the same thing. They're all different. They all have it looks like the 90s internet when you look at it, but it's the way that it's done. And you have to understand that. And of course, that is not the way that people do it. Check out steel. We've been looking at steel. It's been doing okay. Actually, can we get steel raw charts here? It's just like a code for it. Never looked at it in here. Obviously, X has been one that we've been following on this channel. Still doing very good. Down only 0.35%. Congrats to people that have been in X. It's been very, very cool. SEA's earnings coming up next week. That's maybe why, Kyla. Yeah, exactly. People are very, very positive on it. So people are very, very positive on it. So again, US 500 is coming in here, 41.20 on the support into open. I expect it to be right here. Let's get a bit of a prediction from the community. 1,444 of you right now out there. What do you guys think the S&P 500 is going to be at the end of today? Give me your predictions right now, guys. It's 41.20 right now. Tell me where it's going to be end of the day. Are you a bull or a bear? Let me know right now. I like this guy's name, VE Chain for Life. Obviously loves VET. Do you stake VET? VE Chain for Life? Good, maybe finally Bezos will have the money to pay a living wage. Yes. Exactly. Nasty Bezos. In X since 24.95. I'm good, says Massey. Yeah, we've been loving these materials sector. Let me bring up the Coifin for a second here. I got an exciting app to share with you guys tomorrow as well. I think I'm going to share it with you. It's in the private community right now. Private community, guys, should we share it with everyone? It's pretty good. It's pretty free. And free is cool. I think we'll share it with the live stream. Let's load this up. All right. So here's quarter to date. Materials out in front. Let's load year to date. Materials 21.6. Let's go 1 year return. Materials is clearly super cycling. 1 year return's insane on materials. Way too high. But I still like this XLV. If you're looking at like a sector investment style and you're thinking, which is the sector that's the sleeper right here? I can tell you it's certainly not materials. Materials is probably only got a few more months in it, maybe 4 or 5 more months in it, and then it's all over for this one. But we'll have to be laser focused on the materials sector, because when it goes bad, it'll go really bad. It'll blow up in our face and it won't be nice. So I just wanted to show everyone that XLB chart because it's just so far out with the infrastructure play. Technology looks like a dumpster compared to it over the 1 year chart now. Look, 43% in tech. And then you've got 70.52. Now, it's not 100% fair because you'll see it starts in May. Obviously, a lot of tech's gains were before this point, but very, very interesting. We go to a 3 year, you'll see tech's out in front. But materials certainly is coming for it, 58%. Look at the pull, and then it barely, it was basically neutral as well at the start. That's how much this thing has done recently. It's done a lot of work for us. Not much more work it can do. What's that website? Coifin. Coifin. No, don't share. I'm not allowed in the private community. That's right, Kevin. This app is Coifin. Yeah, that's Coifin. It's a good one. Pokemon cards is what's behind it. It's not Pokemon cards. It's like these things. I actually have two here. I don't know why I've still got these here. It's like these things, like stupid things like this, guys. So when you get into random investments of anything, you end up investing in really weird stuff. So like I have like all sorts of strange things. I got bars. I got like comics. I love it all. I love it all, guys. Why not? Got the crypto, got the physical, got the random collectibles. I do enjoy the random collectibles as well. Just it's like hobbies on investing, really. You get the bug and you can't stop. Remember, I've been doing this for 12 years, so I've accumulated some serious crap over that time. 41.20, still holding here for the US 500. Let's just quickly go through some of the cryptos. I haven't done it yet. So firstly, crypto number one, BTC. I don't care about the price for BTC right now. It's in the middle of nowhere and it's unpredictable as. If you're trading this maybe on the 15-minute chart, you can possibly see something I can't. But at this stage, I think it's just kind of like doing its thing. And I've said it time and time again, I expect one more big push here where we hit a euphoric stage in BTC. At least I think that's what's coming. And I'm actually looking for it to break 60,000. So when 60,000 comes through, I'm more and more convinced based on this Ethereum price that we are going to see a ballistic BTC. Like ballistic. It's going to go nuts. JJ Crypto says, are you collecting us? No. I invest/collect in seashells. Why did Harry leave? No idea. He'll be back. Everyone comes back. 60K though, resistance here for BTC. And of course, they're 53 low. Ethereum still doing great. I expect that to probably only have another couple of $100 in it till it starts shorting or at least consolidating. The rest of the market, look, Doge, I don't really want this to do very well. I've told you guys why. Doge can hover for a bit. While it does that, the rest of the market gets healthier, which is good. DOT kind of contending with the $40 again. ADA still on the way to the 195 train wagon. There's nothing really new. Uniswap's come back very hard in the last couple of hours. That was an insane trade. Look at this, 33. That's a 30% switch in only, a couple of days. Pretty insane stuff on the Uniswap. So I think that once that gets through 45, Uniswap probably goes to 20, maybe 30 billion valuation. Someone's crap is priceless treasures for others, Tom. Exactly. But remember the rule of investment, guys. In anything collectible, it has to still be relevant. Okay? If it's still relevant, it's worth something. If it's not relevant still, it's not worth something. Think about people that die. I mean, if you look at Elvis collectibles, that was a huge thing. Elvis died, becomes kind of like less important to the next generations, and only the top cream, like the top best collectibles become worth anything. Beanie Babies. Pokemon's worth a ton because look, all the YouTubers are making tons of videos about it. If they weren't, wouldn't be worth anywhere near as much, and if the game wasn't continuing to go. Anyway, we're not doing collectibles right now. So let's have a look around this market. JP Morgan's up. They like the idea of raising rates, it seems. Or inflation coming back through. What is down now? What's down the most? Motorola, Snowflake's down a lot. That IPO continues to be terrible. Zoom's down. PayPal, Twilio, Trade Desk. Tesla not down as much anymore. Square, SEA, or SEA. Yeah, they're just not down that huge. I guess it's not as big as we thought of before. Dozy Dotes, US $5.99. Tom, thoughts on ZOM? Oil up, pipeline, and XDiv 5 of, 12th of the 5th. Falling knife or cherry? Bought $60 calls July, September, and October. Well, you're pretty keen on ZOM. Exxon here. So you got $60 calls. It's gone from 64 down to 60 pretty quickly. And now 59.95. I'm actually surprised it's down this much considering oil is up. But it hasn't been following oil for quite some time. So I know there's a problem with it at the moment. 12th of the 5th. So today's the div. Is that right? I don't have ZOM myself. So if today's the div here for this one, I probably should have the XDiv up there. Usually it comes up on my screen. Then that would explain why it's down a little bit. But yeah, look, I still feel pretty comfortable with it to 67. Basically, what I think is going to happen with US oil, and I'm just watching that. So if you think about oil in general, once this gets through 66, 67, what's going to happen is we go over to the weekly, and you just have to think there's a very strong move here to 74.75. And that's kind of like where I'm going to exit oil and not think about it for quite some time, because at this point, I expect everyone's going to be talking about oil to $100 and all that kind of crud. And when that occurs, yeah, it's looking negative. This chart looks good though. Everything looks good. So therefore, Exxon should follow through with that move. I think things are okay, Doge. You've got quite a lot of calls for different dates. So good luck on that one. Should be all right. Sherlock Holmes, been a member for 2 months. Thank you so much, Sherlock Holmes, for supporting the community. I missed that one. 15 minutes ago you joined. Appreciate that. Tony Rang says, wow, gold and silver came back pre-market. Yeah, they have come back. That's what I'm telling you. These markets, they're wild right now. Look, I mean, look at gold go. Gold sold off there initially to that news, instantly comes back. The US 100's recovered already, like 0.5%. The US 500's almost exactly where it was with the core CPI. So it was at 41.40. Now it's 41.31. You got to think, traders, guys, you got to be very calm and collected, okay? Never make irrational decisions. And I know that sounds boring, but we just can't make irrational decisions with our trade. We've got to try to stay, let's cut through the crap. There has been news every day of the year. This is what makes trading interesting. How much is crap and how much is important? Remember those plus ones, minus ones, and zeros. It's all noise. And when you start to filter through the noise, price action is the true filter through the noise. The problem with nowadays is we're seeing algorithmic trading that's so quick, that's so fast, that has so much nasty manipulation in it, that it takes and it actually controls human emotion. Because look at what happened with that jobs number last week. We had that instant shoot up there for the US 100, okay? US 100 went ballistic up. It fell off pre-market straight away. We saw the support. It went straight up to the resistance again and then nosedived down. If you can't tell me that's not algo manipulation, I don't know what is. But it's also nothing new. It's just the market is quicker than it ever has been. KSM mooning. I love KSM. Kim Lim. I love KSM. How good is KSM? KSM is a coin. Look at it go. Yes. Get up there. Keep going, KSM. So usually that would mean DOT is going to move with this one. KSM is just, it's destroyer. This was cheap the other day. $2.95. So already 69% return here from KSM. Great coin. Pretty much the beginning of everything on the DOT network. Limited. It's got the limited availability. I'm up 73% on my Matic since 28th of April. Congratulations there, Roctopus. Analyze Enbridge stock. Probably won't, but thank you very much. As soon as people say oil to $100, sell. That's right. That's why I sold my lumber and went into oil and moved to 75. When did you get out of lumber, Kevin? Did you get out of lumber recently? I think all the articles are coming into lumber now. That thing is so overpriced. Lumber is insanely bubblicious. It's like 1700. That was just insane. Basel 3 banks collect gold. Yeah, that's right. That Basel 3 thing, you probably should read up about that. Maybe we'll cover it on the channel here. So it's 21 minutes off the market open. Sorry we're not too organized today during the stream, everybody. I just had so many problems getting on here. You saw what happened. We dropped the internet before and it just really very much frustrated me, actually. Let's quickly scroll around here. Let's have a look at IWM and Tesla. We haven't done those either. So IWM pre-217. Oh, what's happening here? Looks like I can't pull this chart for some reason. 217. Look, I wouldn't do I got kind of like told off today. Someone's like, you have to do the TA on IWM on the Russell. I'm like, I don't have to do the TA on it. It hit the support, sure. It bounced off it. I don't really like doing the analysis too much on the Russell unless I think it's worthwhile. I mean, these are the levels. So we know it bounced 215. And then you've got this 208 for IWM. But It's not going to be the market that dictates everything. If you want to get a higher percentage move each way, then you generally trade IWM. But the decision is going to be made on the S&P 500. That's where the decision is going to be made. Move over to Tesla here quickly, 617, now pre-market 600. I think that is pretty strong to hold if it holds 600. But if it can't, you guys know where it goes after that. If Tesla doesn't hold 600 today, it's going to be a brutalization. I actually think it's going to 450. And it comes back to this weekly. If imagine this, you break a weekly, which we are now trading Wednesday morning right now. You break a weekly under 600. What's going to happen to Tesla? It's going to get destroyed. It's going to move through heavily. And I think that heavy impulse move is going to go 450. We asked the community about this yesterday, and most people were kind of going 500, 550. Every 50 is going to matter. But I actually think that there's not much market structure holding this one. We go to AMD. It's a similar type of thing. If AMD didn't reverse yesterday, which it did, thank goodness for everyone. It was a good reversal as well. How much percentage was that? Nice. 5.5%. Not bad at all. Very nice. So AMD fully reversed that 74. It's just been the gift that keeps on giving, that buy zone. But if it broke underneath it and closed, my God, it would be so bad. Super chat coming in here from Shizzy Wiz. Super chat $2. NAKT. NAKD, sorry. Naked Brand Group. What the? My God, how small a time frame do we have to go on this? So this had a squeeze on it. I remember that. I have very little interest in this. I know you're probably stuck in it or something. Maybe if there's some on the dailies, there's some volume. No. Look, I don't think it really gets much more bullish until it gets through this area. 769, something like that. 7.6, 7.7. Yeah, this resistance here is clearly a level. You've got basically a support, a resistance, a resistance, a resistance. And then if we break through here, that's going to be where the next kind of impulsive move begins. I'm pretty feeling it there, but down here, it's just on support. So all you know is it bounced off here before, moved up. This is where you expect it to find buying pressure. So if you're a risk taker, then yeah, you could take a risk here, but it's not. You're basically relying on the internet to push you through on this one. The internet has to pick it up for you, Shizzy, and it won't do it until it gets through that 79. Tesla went up, then it went up again. Okay. Neo just held yesterday as well. Came straight back to the support zone, the one that we have through this 34. That was a pretty brutal day. It's like Palantir. It just barely eked up. And now today it's opening here. Let's go down to, speaking of Palantir, let's have a look at Palantir. So Palantir, oh my God. It's crazy. I can't believe it's going to open straight around 21, or it was before the news. Now it's 1991. So 21 actually is a problem here for Palantir. Obviously, the market didn't mind the report. The market will then push up to 21, but mark my words, there will be some selling pressure at 21 because the previous support will be a sell area for the market. I would not be surprised at all if Palantir sold off 21 when it hits. Tom, thoughts on Rio? Rio is traded on the American exchange and Australian, but I'll use the Australian market. Look, my thoughts are, look, you know, I love this stock. I've loved the move in it recently. It's been very impulsive, very good. Yeah, look, I could see it probably continuing up a little bit, but we are in that kind of material cycle. So we'll cover this one more tomorrow, and we'll talk about where I think Rio could go and where I think BHP could go, etc. These are all iron ore stocks. Still have $69 expected move on the SPX for the week. So guys, let's actually go through here. What is our call again for the US 500 by the close of the day? So we've seen the CPI result. That CPI result came out. We had that initial impulsive move downwards. Now we're sitting at 41.27, right around the support. What do you think is going to happen today? Put it in now. I'll read some of them. In the close of day today, where is the S&P 500 going to be? Current price 41.26. Can you take a look at Roku where you see it going today? It says Spy Girl. Yeah, we can have a check that out. Rio, that last candle is looking peaky. Yeah, I'm not a fan of buying Rio at this price, but if you're in it, yeah, it's like if you're a trader, you would take it out. If you're an investor, maybe you hold it for a little bit longer. Truly Messiah says, yes, Tom, you're right in PLTR. Buy, no way it will hit 21 in this market tonight. Man, it seems unlikely. So Lucian goes 41.60. Sarah Jane's 4100 flat. We got Kyle 41.70. That's a pretty big move there up. Pastulio is really negative. He's got the 4,000, 41.50 from ACK, 40.88 coming in from Jason, and then 41.15 from Franklin. All right. Let's now have a look at maybe some of my kind of things that I want to look at. First one was Facebook, actually. Boring stock, I know. But Facebook 300 had me interested. And I was kind of like looking at it and I was thinking, yeah, do I really like it when it's only 10% gain, maybe 20%, 30% gain? And I was thinking, you know what? No, I don't like it. So then I went to actually one of the weirdest stocks that I've considered in some time. And I was thinking about Twitter and I was thinking, okay, so we had a move down, then we had a movement up, and then we've had another equally kind of big movement down. And I was trying to figure out whether Twitter often goes in two legs down during its crashes. And it usually doesn't. It kind of just like crashes off a cliff and then pulls off, crashes off a cliff and then pulls off. I mean, you could argue that's a little bit of a pullback, but it does generally just kind of like hover below. And I think Twitter's making some good things. Now, has anyone used the new live streaming function on Twitter? It's actually crap right now, but I do believe that it could be a growth revenue. With the crash in the market, with the fact that people are going on there, and there are communities now on Twitter. Like we have a Twitter. I'll post on there. Go follow us, FX Evolution on Twitter, guys. Get us to 1,000 because we haven't been using it, but I will be using it soon. Josh says, look at all the companies Facebook acquired too. Yeah, Facebook's pretty good. There's a lot of stuff it's got. It's got some secret sauce in it. Tom AMD OMG says Jan Lupo. What do you mean, Jan? Is it bad? AMD's good, man. Is there something, did something happen today? Is it down a lot? I thought I was looking at it and it was okay before. Twitter is censorship. Twitter is good, but its growth is nothing compared to what I see with Facebook, correct? Facebook is more in the Amazon category versus Twitter. Yeah, look, I love online advertising spend. Twitter is a trade. It's not an investment. Facebook's probably an investment. This is a trade. So if you're thinking about how far down it's gone, you're thinking about the fact that both legs have been very similar. It's 28% down on this leg. And obviously from that peaky kind of area that happened in Feb, it's down currently 35%. Fairly large stock too. I'm thinking that this is the kind of area that we start to see some base consolidation. I think we'll watch it on the channel. I really do. I think I'll come back and I'll watch Twitter and I'll watch for a breakout above here and we'll talk about it. J-Rock hates Twitter. He says Twitter is crap. I think FinTech's pretty good over there. Spotify is better social media. Yeah. How do you screen your stocks? You can use FinViz, which is an okay screener. Really, you don't have to screen as much as you think, though. You don't have to go find like a whole bunch of stocks. As a trader, you just kind of have like 30 or 40 that you're scared, maybe 100. What I like to do is I prefer trading companies I don't mind bag holding, just in case if I feel like I want to hold it. So what you'll actually generally find is that trading, you'll end up going to blue chip stocks, big giant stocks, and trade options. That's what you'll do. You'll go in there and trade options. I remember reading an article almost 5 years ago where Dorsey says Twitter is essentially a dead husk. Yeah, Twitter's comment is here purely just based off the hype train of this live stream. Okay, I think Twitter's trade is there. So basically think about it this way. They're introducing tips. they've got this crappy live stream, which is taking on Clubhouse. What? Oh, you guys are following me on Twitter. I got 7 alerts. Thanks, guys. Keep following. I'm loving it. Cameron Hudspeth. Shout out to you, sir. Thank you very much, Cameron. Appreciate the follow. And the others. So Twitter is more about this idea that you've got this Clubhouse streaming. People are like, oh man, that's so big. It's huge. I don't really believe in it. I used it the other day to listen to someone's thing. It was horrible. But this is what gets the market excited. This idea of growth, this idea of this new thing. So if you've got tips coming in, you take money off tips. Like here on YouTube, you get super chats. They take 30%. That's nasty, but it's profit. And then that goes into your growth curve scenario. You've got ads going in there. You've got some big community members as well that are in Twitter that post their stuff, and they post things that's different to maybe YouTube and others. And I do think at this price, Twitter is looking a lot better. Up here, I thought everyone was insane. I said that on the stream. You can go back. I thought you were all insane up here. But we're going back to December pricing. I don't mind that. I think that we're also going back, remember, to really 19 pricing, 45. So there is a chance that this live stream stuff kind of takes off initially. Clubhouse is popular. I don't know why. So maybe this will be okay as well. Make that 8 alerts. I've actually got 20 alerts now. Oh, 20 or more. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Australia all the way, says Red Dog 982. Australia's all right. It's okay. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. 10-year yield closes above 169 and we are off to 2. Yeah, but just remember, even if the 10-year yield goes back to 2. So let's just watch this 10-year yield for a second. So here we are. The yield is rising. That will put some downward pressure, you would think, on the US 100. So the more this goes up, remember the US 100 is sensitive to this. I think that this will probably cause the chance of the sell-off in the market if this thing really does rise through. It causes that kind of VIX volatility spike. We saw that recently when the US 10-year went crazy over here. The market dumped. I don't care about this US 10-year, by the way. Over the long term, if you're an investor that sits there for a long time, you know it's a joke. Basically, it will just go sit at 195.2. And as long as it sits there, it's okay. Now, I preface that. If you get through 2, then you got me concerned. If you get through 2 by too much, then you've got me concerned. Because I go back in time and I think, okay, where are we now? We're here. And the 10-year has been known to spike out of recessions. So here's the 09 spike. Then it came back for more. And then, of course, it slowly deteriorated. Then we had a spike through 16 into 18. Didn't really do that much. Then it deteriorated. I think somewhere around this 195.2, we're going to hit a 200 simple moving average weekly. It's not going to move anywhere from now. And at that point is where the market might be freaking out, but I see that as opportunity. That could be opportunity. 29 followers now. Thanks so much, guys. Coifin was the program we were using down before. Kay Clark says, Jack D, you got too political. We don't do politics here. It's all good. Twitter used to move up on Fridays. Good scalps. Not sure how it's moving at the moment, Ron says. That's interesting. I haven't really looked into that one, Ron. Twitter facing serious competition in the near future. Dean, yep. I'm get this right. Trade versus investment. It is nowhere near investment grade, in my opinion, compared to what everyone else thinks. I've never liked the platform that much, other than I do think it's not bad for social influencers to have quick chats with people to let you guys know that the live stream is happening, all that type of stuff. But this live streaming thing, this tipping thing, I see it because of the fintech community there, because of all these other people. People love this idea of having the community live stream. I love live streaming here. It's good fun. So, yeah. Anyway, we better dial in here. We've got 5 minutes. I'm rambling a lot today. Usually don't do this. So 5 minutes, 11:30, we will be opening my time. So yeah, until the market opens. Let's dial in. Guys, select in the community, what do you want us to watch for the market open today? You have 2 slots open, and one is going to be, of course, the US 100. We need to watch where this thing is. My God, look at it. on the 1 minute chart down here, 13,140. Then I'm actually going to load up US 500 because it's right on support. So this is the critical level of support, 41.20, super critical zone for it to hold through the session. Boy, oh boy, if it gets under there for today, could get very bearish. Where's that meme I had before? Not that. Stupid meme. I had a stupid meme, but I don't think I've got it there anymore. All right, let's have a look here. AMD is one. Let me just have a look at AMD because someone freaked out before. Wait, is the pre-market really bad for AMD? Huh? Oh, it's only 75.40. That's okay. Okay, let's have a look here. So we've got AMD, PLTR, Tesla, XRP. No. We're not going to watch XRP into the logo. PLTR is winning out, so we've got that one. PLTR, Palantir, 1990. ETH. Yeah, we can't watch ETH. It's not going to move enough in the market open. That's not going to happen. Tesla and PLTR. Why is it that Tesla always wins and then PLTR always wins? It's like I might as well not ask you guys because I know what you're going to say anyway. All right. We got Tesla open, 600 on the support. At least it's interesting today because this is right where the Bulls and the Bears are going to fight it out. My God, they're going to fight right here. So where's the market going today? You know what? Yesterday, I felt good. We did our supports. We felt really, really, really nice about that US 100 bouncing up. Today, I'm so neutral. I cannot, I need that 41.20 to break down or break up. I need this Nasdaq above 13.4 or just do whatever it's going to do. I don't actually think it's a great day for trading. Now, if you're going to be up longer than me, so people in the US, Europe, etc., that are going to still be up, I think that if you get through 41.20 and break it to the downside on a significant time frame, there could be some serious trades there for sure on the bearish side, because what you're doing is you're pretty much getting through all of the loads of money here, pushing it lower, and then if you get like a pullback back to that zone, there could be some shorting up right there. But does it happen? It's right above support. I don't feel bullish or bearish. Can I go with neutral? I'm going to go with neutral. Guys, what are you today? Bearish, bullish? Let me know. Sarah Jane says net. Man, you're still in, Sarah Jane, still in net. You saw the resistance though, yeah, Sarah. So I love net. Good company, Cloudflare. But yeah, it did hit a pretty nice resistance before earnings. I still think it will go back up there though. People are getting nervous. We need the music, Tom. All right, we need the music. Let's do it. Intro music is coming. Let's do it, guys. All right. Okay, welcome to Wednesday Stock Market Open, guys. We had some problems. We lost the stream earlier. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for getting us to 500 so that we can play this song. I'm telling you what, I am done. 3 live streams later, plus 3 broken ones. It's been a rough, tough day. But we'll be here tomorrow again. Remember to subscribe, guys, if you can. I still love that. All right, now everyone's bullish because we played the music. So here we go, guys. It is 20 seconds till open. You'll be open by the time you hear the sound of my stolen bell. There it is, the beautiful sound of the Nasdaq bell. There's even people screaming in the background, it sounds like. Imagine if I could IPO a company. Imagine if you IPO'd a company right now. If I owned a company, I would IPO into this market like that, like so fast. If I owned a company that could be IPO'd. My God, it would be awesome. So here we go. US 100 coming in at 13,153. I think I got hold of all of the super chats. Thank you very much to members and super chats today. Tesla opening at 600. Let's have a look around the broad market. Let's click the percentage changes. So we've got Toyota coming through with a 1.85% up. It's interesting how everyone was talking about Toyota and Volkswagen. Now they're not. Banks were up as well here. They're not minding that core news. SE down 3.15%. Good. Bring it down. Bring it down to a fair valuation. We need fair valuation. Square and the others are down as well. And that seems to be all that's there. Let's now go through to the watch list of crazed speculation. By the way, if you want something on the watch list, I'm going to open it up in the public Discord. Guys, in the public Discord, if you want us to watch something every day and you want it in here, I'll load it up in the public Discord and I will open it. Okay, so I'll put it in here if I like it. Public Discord, tag me and I'll open up a room and you can chuck it in there. So Microvision, the worst, right? Blockchain, of course, down because of Bitcoin being down. PLTR opens up down as well. What else is going on? AMC barely up, but it is above 10. That's pretty important. Closure above 10 will be significant for this stock if it can do it. US 100 now starting to pump, 13,189, and US 500 like nothing ever happened, guys. Nasty Wall Street algorithms doing this. Look at this 5 minute. Look at this 5 minutes. Like a little range market here. But remember, this range happened in the fake news time, the pre-market. So we can't use that analysis. We would actually switch over to the SPX, and that's how it would look. Completely different. So don't ever do your charting on the main futures. Try to chart whenever possible on the SPY, code, whatever you want. Doesn't matter which one you're using. Just do it on these. It's going to be much, much more beneficial to you. NDX is the code, QQQ, SPX, etc. Tesla 607, let's scroll through here. We've got Snow 4.25% down. What a super disappointing IPO that has been. TDOC down again. Terrible. Net barely down 0.6. AAPL down 1.56. That's interesting. Sundial earnings probably better than expected. 80 cents. Still not going really anywhere on that. No, but you wipe a few of these things. I don't even know why they're still here. I think I put these up for you guys. I'm getting rid of that. Don't care. Don't care. I'll leave that there for you. I'll leave that there for the memes, and I'll put them there. And then I guess we'll leave Tilray for now. So that's where we're at right now in the market. It's up, down, all around. Very tough day to trade. We go back here to what the community said. The community said, looks like most people were bearish, but it was pretty close between each. So I'm bullish on dollar index right now, but yeah, I'm probably neutral on the markets unless we get through 41.20, and when we get under that, I turn into a bear. In fact, I go so bearish from the perspective of memes. Let's have a look at this meme. I love this one. Oh, firstly, also, I enjoyed this meme, guys. We should do like a meme corner. Wow, that's so small. Who here from America thinks that we have drop bears in Australia? Does anyone think, or did anyone ever think we actually have drop bears? I'm telling you, they're real. This one right here. Exactly the same as you find in the middle of the country. Around Uluru, those exist. So I quite like this meme. This is a good one. Too funny. Derek 4 with 1,000,000 zeros, Hong Kong $10. Says LMND is literally getting punched in the face. US 10-year continues to rise here. Let's have a look at LMND for you. Dollar index 94.46. God, look at that core CPI. So the core news comes out. It goes bullish, then bearish straight away, then fully reverses it. That's insane. That's the type of thing. The nasty algorithms, guys. It's so hard to be like day trader now and scalper. It's so much easier to swing trade. Swing trade, swing trade, swing trade, swing trade, swing trade. That's what we teach in our course. Well, we teach it all. But yeah, swing trade is much easier. This is stupid. That makes me sad face. All right? Like that. I'm sad face off that. Because it's crap. I hate what the market's becoming. Compared to where it was years ago. When I first started, it was much simpler. It was a simpler time. That was only like 12 years ago. 13 years ago. It was simpler. And I'm sure that's how the pit boss people feel as well when they were trading the pits and they were just basically conning each other. Tom has a new koala. Yeah, that I got in my backyard. Let's have a look at LMND. Thank you to the 1,400 viewers as well joining us this morning. You can see on the right-hand side what's going on. We've got US 500 down 0.37, not really down much at all. And we've got the US 100 recovering. US 100 really gives us a good bull signal around 13.4 plus close. LMND, yeah, that's obliterated. Earnings the 11th comes through, hits a 64. What a terror. I got another pretty funny post that comes from this one. 1 second. From the community. I think Kevian shared it. Let me find this thing. Oh yeah, this is it. Poor Kramer. Jim Cramer, January the 11th. What clown or clowns is short this lemonade? It's a tiger. I'm not sure if that's real, but my God. I see this and I think I thought of it instantly. Yeah, this is bad, Derek. I mean, it's through the 80. It's down here. I mean, you could see it going very clearly down to 48. And I guess it probably tells you the same thing time and time again. It kind of looks like Snowflake. You start well, you have a little bit of thingy, and then you come back in 12 months' time, 12 to 18 months' time, and if you like the company, you pick it up. The problem is, I can't remember how this thing got on the market, but it's always these IPOs in America. They're terrible. You pick them up 12 to 18 months later, and you always get a sweet deal in comparison to the deal that you're getting on the days of opening. Swing trading, do you put your keys in a bowl or what? Not sure. Swing trading just needs like 45 minutes a day. You can basically just sit here in the stream, listen to the stream, kind of, float around with a couple of stocks that you're liking, look for daily closes in 4 hours and 8 hours and do nothing else. Lemonade is a fizzer. Yes. Kim Lim says Lemonade is not great. It's an insurance company, low margins, low yields, no moat. And that's the important part. Let me highlight no moat. Moat is the most important thing in investment. Let me show you something that is getting destroyed in Australia right now. Afterpay. I could create this company, obviously not as well as Afterpay could, but I could create this company with one app developer and some money. Not much money. I just need a little bit of money. That's how simple it is technically to create an Afterpay clone. Now, to get the network, to get all of that stuff, obviously that provides a moat. But there's plenty of people out there, and the banks ultimately hold the keys to this one, and they're punishing it. They're killing it right now. I'm actually very scared for this stock. I'm horrified for the people that paid $160 for it. That stock, I have very little faith in. Everyone enjoying the East Coast fuel shortage, ZOM to the moon. Yeah, I saw a few people were laughing about that one. I mean, the East Coast, supposedly it's really bad. People like filling up their tanks and putting them in the back of their car and just driving away with, an extra, 50 gallons or something? 60, 70. I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah. Look, it is recovering a little bit here. That's nice to see. But I think what the story of today is that it all comes down to tomorrow. It all comes down to the close today. 41.20, 41.20, 41.20. I don't think we can read the market any more than that. I'd love to do, I think in tomorrow's market snapshot, so the one that we do in the morning for my time, and obviously in the US, the close, after the close. I think in that one, we'll probably bring up some sectors, and tomorrow will be an extravaganza stream. I'm going to be refreshed. I'm going to have proper internet, and I believe we're going to go through materials. We're going to go through bio. We're going to go through healthcare. And then if you have healthcare stocks that you think are absolutely delish, I want delish healthcare stocks in the US, okay? Find them. Share them with me in Discord, and we'll do some action on them tomorrow. And maybe I'll even show you the number one free tool that I'm using right now. Okay? The number one. I only got it yesterday, but I love it already. I will share it with the community. John Owen says, "Oh, I'm subscribed now. Great stream." Thank you very much, John. Look, we're gonna go. Sounds like you want to make a scam app. I'm in. I'll send you half my TAL Lunchable. Hey, we can make some NFTs, man. Logan, what's his name? Which Paul is it? One of the Paul kids. I don't know them. I don't subscribe to them. But God, that guy's a hustler. What a beast. They fight random boxing. They make crazy prize money. And they sell pictures of nothing. Crap. Absolute crap for $3 million. Hats off to them. It is impressive. Impressive stuff. All right, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Extravaganza on going through these sectors. I'm excited to do it. I'm actually really excited to see this direction on the market as well. Let's try to get some action. Some good action. Some predictable action. Not this madness that we're having right now. See you tomorrow, everyone. Hopefully with some internet. Bye for now. I don't, truly. I don't. I'm just so annoyed at the internet today, man. I'm not feeling it. Tomorrow will come back good. Can you share that free tool with your paid community, please? It's in there, man. David, just go in there. I linked it yesterday. Get in. Just go in there, man. Free tools. It's literally in the link. Anyone that's in the paid community, go to the free tools, scroll up. You'll see a bunch of emoji claps and just get that link right now.